All right. It is that time once again, ladies and gentlemen. You're here. You're ready for it. It's Miles Culture Plate. I am your host, Mild Kevin Miles. Ladies and gentlemen, feds and degenerates, tools of all ages. It's May 17th, 2023. And we have a packed. I mean, there are so many news stories that I kept, like, I'm out of space on my browser for tabs. That's how bad things are today. Before I even introduce the whiskey, before I even show you what whiskey we're going to be drinking today, I want to cover... What the hell? All right. I want to cover a one news story before we even get into the show's opening. I want to cover one news story because it's important, and I may have some show notes during all of this. From Steven Crowder, Louder with Crowder. We are done with YouTube for now. Yesterday, we received 5 strikes. Yes, 5 strikes across our 2 YouTube channels. For some reason, the channels haven't been removed. Still waiting on answers from the world's most powerful media platform in YouTube. And I ask that you share this video on all social platforms you can, just to get the word out that for at least 2 weeks, you will exclusively be able to watch Louder with Crowder on Rumble. This is not the first time this has happened, and it won't be the last. We may have some major announcements in the coming week, but right now it's important that we aim once and we aim right. You heard me sounding the alarm on this for years, more specifically with greater intensity at the end of last year, and there was a reason for that. We saw this coming. We here know exactly why it's been happening. We know exactly who's behind it, and I give you my word, I know how it ends. I know exactly how it ends. Now, we have known for quite some time that YouTube has had an unofficial policy regarding content featuring Alex Jones. 2 days ago, Steven Crowder did not host his own show, and as such, he had the Louder with Crowder team had requested Alex Jones as a fill-in. I don't know that this is the official reason for these strikes. One can only assume. I haven't actually even watched Crowder from today, where he goes over this. I have not watched this video. However, YouTube censorship has been a topic that has been covered on this channel and has been covered in these communities for a long time. And I want to state right out that I don't care. I don't care what YouTube's side of this story is. Quite frankly, I'm done with YouTube. This will be probably the last live stream I do on YouTube for a long time. I will be moving the Wednesday show over to Rumble to join the Saturday show full time. Mild's Culture Plate will be exclusively on Rumble as a live stream. Now, I'm not shutting down this channel here on YouTube. One of the things I'm going to be doing is turning it into a clip channel. If you don't want to sit here and watch my show for hours, then this is the right place for you. Stay subscribed to me here on YouTube, and you'll be able to see some shorter clips of some of the things I rant about and some of the topics I cover. Having said that, definitely go down into the description and follow me over to Rumble. The link's down there, and you will be able to catch my show Saturday there and back there once again next Wednesday. I am currently pouring a glass of Angel's Envy bourbon. the whiskey of the day. If you would like me to Heidi ho with a toast, just feel free to say hello in the chat. Go down in the chat, say hi, say anything, say any comment, and I'll say Heidi ho to you and take a nice big swig. Gonna go ahead and do that now, and good wishes to Steven Crowder on his future endeavors on Rumble for now. Rumble's poaching some pretty big talent from Twitch as well. So congrats to Rumble. Sorry for all the background noise there for a second. Congrats to Rumble. Because, look, alt tech is important. And my last show I coined a definitely interesting catchphrase now. And it is one of my biggest catchphrases now. And you saw it during the opening Outlast Haters. We need alt tech to outlast haters. Because people will do anything. Now look at Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms, they can't even get international internet. Like, they cannot get hosted. Like, they literally have to have their own private server, and you have to use Tor on some Tor capable browser to even get to Kiwi Farms, because they have been so attacked by the middle of the road mainstream weirdos that they've been pigeonholed into their own dark corner of the internet, where you pretty much gotta give blood practically in order to access their website. Now, having said that, talking about overcoming haters, and, like I said, all tech is important, so definitely, I'm going to be throwing a lot of my support behind Rumble. I haven't signed no contract. I don't have no deal. I'm not getting paid to tell you to go to Rumble or for myself to go to Rumble. It's becoming a much better user-friendly platform, and baby, they're not trying to censor me, so it is what it is. Now, our first, our first news story of the day has to go with outlasting your haters. And let's get to this question being asked at a press conference at the Cannes Film Festival.
Hi, this is Matt Donnelly from Variety. Mr. Depp, related to what you said earlier, there has been a bit of controversy about your presence here in Cannes regarding your past legal matters, personal legal matters. What would you say to those who think you should not have been here at the festival?
So we're talking theoretically about what would I do if there were people who didn't want me to come to the Cannes Film Festival?
So this is courtesy of Variety. And as always, Johnny Depp talks very slow, so you got to kind of bear with him here. He's about to give a long drawn out analogy that's just so Johnny Depp-like. It's great.
What if one day they did not allow me, under no circumstances, no matter what, I cannot go to McDonald's for life? Because somewhere, if you got them all in one room, there'd be 39 angry people watching me eat a Big Mac on a loop. Just for fun. Who are they? Why do they care? Some species, some tower of mashed potatoes covering the light of a computer screen.
Mashed potatoes. Oh, this is great.
Anonymous, with apparently a lot of spare time. I don't think I'm the one who should be worried. I think people should really think about what it's all about, really.
Gotta love that man. Gotta love that man. Or at least, love his reaction to the drama that's been created in his name, to the insanities that have been happening around him and how he has been able to just live his life in spite of it. Now, look, there's no better. And look, I tweeted a picture of Johnny Depp at the Cannes Film Festival, and I guess the movie, one of the recent movies he was in, was screened there, premiered there. He got a standing ovation, and I posted a picture to my Twitter. Links down in the description to my Twitter. I posted a picture there that it's literally Johnny Depp is the face of Outlasting Haters right now, because he's legit. He has now, he's won his court case and he's outlasting the haters. And he's doing it. He's doing it. Okay, now we're going to move into a different segment. So now that we're done with outlasting haters, let's hate on other people for just a minute. And what I mean by that is, I don't care. I obviously don't care, but product advertising nowadays has gotten woke. And over the last week, there have been like an explosion of controversies about corporations airing woke commercials. Now as I talk, I'm going to go ahead and start playing this ad from Ford, the European division of Ford Motor Company. I'll go ahead and turn the volume down just a little bit, and I'll keep talking over this because just take a look at this. Okay, you got the two trucks here. Anyway, look, this doesn't bother me one bit. Have your commercial. The other two commercials that I'm going to be showing you, I'm going to have a little bit more to say about those. But this is okay. Look, okay, so the one truck drives through the puddle. It's fucking lipstick red. It's a hot rodding truck, right? Then the other truck goes through a different puddle. Oh, look. Oh, look. We got rainbows, folks. We got a rainbow Ford truck off-roading. Sure, this, there is no problem whatsoever. But here we go. Redefining tough, and they put a rainbow over it. Redefining tough. Like, okay, so, we get into this whole conversation about masculinity and wokeness, etc., etc. Look, if you claim you're redefining tough or redefining what it means to be masculine because you put a rainbow on your truck, I question how committed you are to your own toughness. All right, now we're gonna go from Europe to India and watch a Starbucks commercial. This is a Starbucks commercial from India. And once again, I don't have a problem with this commercial. Okay, wait. I said I don't have a problem with this commercial, but let me... Okay, now this person's name is Arpit. Keep that in mind. I'll have more to say about that in a minute. Arpit.
सुनो इस बार गुस्सा मत होना प्लीज
I mean, he's a father. We're dudes. Dudes get angry. Like, we're supposed to be angry. We're supposed to be the stern protector, right? That's the gender role. Uncomfortable.
Thank you, Papa, for meeting me.
Okay, so I find it funny that they needed an English translation. Thank you, Papa, for meeting me. And it says, thank you for meeting me, Dad. I found that funny.
आई नो बड़े साल बीत गए, लेकिन आप आज भी मेरे लिए सब कुछ हो.
You notice she didn't say, I still love you, Dad, or anything
Coffee?
like that.
तेरी आदतें नहीं बदली.
Your habits haven't changed. 3 cold coffees for Arpita. Arpita. Now, wait a minute. Your habits haven't changed.
बेटा, मेरे लिए तो आज भी मेरा बच्चा.
For me, you are still my kid.
बस एक लेटर ही तो ऐड
Only a letter has got added to your name. Okay. So if you're gonna add a letter to the name Arpit, why don't you add an M to the middle? Okay, so I don't have a problem with that commercial. That commercial is just fine. I mean, it's all woke. We're going full pride. You know, let the country, you know, do what it's going to do. Let it target who it's going to target. As they say, get woke, go broke. But, you know, it's Starbucks. They're already there. So those 2 commercials, I have, you know, advertise to who you're going to advertise to. Now, this next and final commercial that I want to show you folks. This one is the one that set me the fuck off, because now you're fucking with me. Now you're fucking with me. Now you're fucking with dudes. Now you're fucking with America, American culture. You're fucking with everything that has made this country what it is today. And yes, I'm talking about the Miller commercial. Let me know in the chat if you've seen this. This is crazy. So let's hear what this actress, who I want to point out before this even starts, this actress who has performed in her underwear, performed in bikinis, performed fucking half naked. Let's hear what she has to say about the beer industry.
Beer ever. From Mesopotamia to the Middle Ages.
Wait, let's start it
Here's a
over.
little known fact. Women were among the very first to brew beer ever. From Mesopotamia to the Middle Ages to colonial America, women were the ones doing the brewing. Centuries later, how did the industry pay homage to the founding mothers of beer? They put us in bikinis.
You're goddamn right. You are goddamn right. There is nothing wrong with an advertisement with a woman in a bikini. We just saw 2 ads where we're being shown, you know, the symbology of rainbow trucks. And we saw an ad where they're making a big deal about adding letters to your name. Why can't we just have an ad with the woman in a bikini? Like like, what do you want her to wear? Like, if she's going to be drinking a beer, what do you want her to wear? I mean, we had this whole controversy of rape culture and what was she wearing, and, you know, you shouldn't party around men while you're dressed like that. What should she be wearing while she's drinking a beer, Miss Feminist? Are you saying she's not allowed to wear a bikini while drinking a beer? That maybe she shouldn't be doing that?
Look at this wild. It's time beer made it up to women. So
Why? Why does beer need to make it up to women? Beer money paid all of these women to star in their advertisements. I'm sure a lot of these women have portfolios of their modeling careers. Like, these women have probably gotten old and have fond memories of when they were hot wearing a swimsuit and starring in fucking awesome commercials. Why does beer need to make anything up to women? Like, you've literally had the capability to drink beer this whole time.
Today, Miller Lite is on a mission to clean up not just their shit, but the whole beer industry's shit.
The
Miller
whole
Lite has
beer
been
industry
scouring the
shit.
internet for all this shit and buying it back so that they can turn it into good shit for women brewers.
Okay. This is literal fucking book burning. You are scouring the market which is fucking driving up prices of memorabilia on auction sites so that you can destroy it so other people can't enjoy it. You're literally destroying other people's art so that other people can't enjoy it. Like, this isn't woke. This is not woke. This is straight fascism. This is censorship. This is denying the history of this country. This is insanity.
Literally, good shit. How, you ask? Ladies, take it away.
First, we turn the bad shit into compost. Then we feed compost to worms. Push out beautiful fertilizer.
Okay, so let's ignore that a lot of beer merchandise is made out of microplastics and glass and metal. Yeah, we're just going to feed it all to worms.
That good shit helps farmers grow quality hops,
which is then donated to women brewers to make their own really good shit.
But there's
Women brewers at Miller?
definitely more shit out there. In your attic, in the garage, in your parents' basement. Send any shit you got into Miller Lite, and they'll turn that into good shit too. Oh. So here's to women, because without us, there would be no beer.
Here's to women, because without you, there wouldn't be people annoyingly complaining about other women participating in advertising campaigns. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ridiculous. This is disgusting. This isn't just advertising. This is a whole other layer of just idiocy. And there's a whole other video I was gonna play about the role of diversity at Coors, and just suffice to say, the advertising team at Miller has lost their frickin' mind. I was gonna dive deeper into this next story, but I really don't have the fucking bandwidth to, the brain bandwidth to. So let's just laugh at it for a moment and move on. Elon Musk, Soros reminds me of Magneto. And then he says, I'd like to apologize for this post. It was really unfair to Magneto. Now, again, if you're not familiar with who George Soros is, he's a globalist funder of politics, woke stuff, the ESG propaganda. I mean, he's all in on the communist, trying to turn America into a communist fucking hellhole. And I basically just wanted to use the comedy of that story as a springboard to let you all know that it seems that either in the next week to a month, at some point, they are making preparations for the annual Bilderberg Group meeting in Lisbon, Portugal. So I'm going to be keeping my eye open for interesting stories coming out of the Bilderberg meeting. Obviously, Soros is one of the people who has attended before, and at least of my understanding, has attended before. And, one of the people who get to talk about what policies they're going to make in the long term globally. And then it's funny because Babylon Bee, this was before Elon actually apologized. Babylon Bee has Elon Musk apologizes to Magneto for comparing him to George Soros. And then down here, Elon's laughing. And, we have a whole lot of interesting, globalist memes down in the down in the chat or down in the comments. Just an interesting little thing, one of those things that, love him or hate him, Elon Musk does try to do some funny shit. Okay, now we're going to go to Fox News. Uh-oh. Hang on. Got my window a little too skinny there. Marjorie Taylor Greene puts Merrick Garland in her sights with impeachment articles, quote, violation of justice. Greene previously introduced impeachment articles against Garland over the Mar-a-Lago raid. First on Fox, Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene is introducing articles of impeachment against Attorney General Merrick Garland. Greene is slated to drop impeachment articles against President Biden's top cop on Wednesday for facilitating the weaponization and politicization of the United States justice system against the people. In his conduct as Attorney General of the United States, in violation of his constitutional oath to faithfully execute the office of Attorney General of the United States, and to the best of his ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, Merrick Brian Garland continues to materially endanger the justice system of the United States and empower President Joseph R. Biden Jr. to persecute his political adversaries at will, the articles read. The articles cite several controversies and scandals under Garland's tenure, including the FBI's targeting of parents concerned about their kids' education at the behest of a teachers' union letter comparing them to domestic terrorism, as well as his refusal to prosecute leftist extremists that harassed and threatened Supreme Court justices at their homes in the wake of the Dobbs decision. In a press release exclusively obtained by Fox News Digital, exclusive, she tweeted it too. Greene accused Garland of having completely weaponized the Department of Justice and that the politicization of the DOJ has resulted in the persecution of the less political enemies in a two-tiered justice system. Garland has used the FBI as a personal police force for his boss Joe Biden, Greene wrote, from investigating parents and blah, blah, blah. We're repeating things. Antifa and Black Lives Matter terrorists have caused billions of dollars of damage to property, she continued. Instead of prosecuting these crimes, Garland has persecuted Americans who engaged in legitimate political protest, people who were overwhelmingly nonviolent. Now, I want to say something real quick. As with anything, any sitting U.S. rep could introduce any legislation they want. And it really becomes up to the majority, the Speaker of the House really, but the majority to then assign it to a committee and proceed forward. We've had several articles of impeachment be offered up in the U.S. Congress that haven't gone anywhere. One instance I can remember in my mind is Dennis Kucinich introducing articles of impeachment against George W. Bush. It never gained any traction, never got any feet. So, take what you will from this story. But let's flip over because Garland wasn't the only target. Marjorie Taylor Greene moves to impeach FBI Director Christopher Wray. Green's move to impeach Wray comes in the wake of special counsel John Durham's final report on the investigation into the FBI's inquiry into the alleged ties between former President Trump and Russia. Green claimed the FBI has intimidated, harassed, and entrapped people under Wray's watch, and that he has turned the FBI into President Joe Biden and Merrick Garland's personal police force, according to a statement from Green. Not only has Director Wray persecuted political opponents in an unprecedented and partisan way, he has also overseen his agency take actions to shield and protect the current president and his family, the statement read. A senior FBI official left the agency under a cloud of accusations that he shielded a laptop belonging to the president's son, Robert Hunter Biden, from a criminal probe. So, we have Marjorie Taylor Greene introducing articles of impeachment against FBI Director Wray and Attorney General Merrick Garland. Now, we'll see. We will see whether or not this legislation gets wheels. We will see whether or not this even makes it to a committee, much less out of committee and to a full vote of the House. I seriously would doubt it. Anyway, that second article there was from the Washington Examiner, and we have one more article from the Washington Examiner I want to bring up also about legislation here. DeSantis bans children from going to drag shows and receiving gender transition procedures. Governor Ron DeSantis signed a slew of bills Wednesday that place new restrictions on children attending drag shows, prohibits minors from receiving gender transition procedures, and requires individuals to use bathroom facilities in public buildings corresponding to their biological sex. DeSantis plugged the 5 bills he signed as efforts to protect the innocence of Florida's children. The bills included HB 1069, which expanded the prohibition on classroom instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity from the 2022 Parental Rights and Education Act to all elementary and middle school grades. So, if you don't remember, they had the whole Don't Say Gay bill, which wasn't a Don't Say Gay bill. It was a Don't Teach Sex to Children in 3rd grade and younger. This is now being expanded beyond 3rd grade up to the 8th grade. The 2022 law, which was dubbed Don't Say Gay Bill by critics, previously prohibited instruction in those topics through the 3rd grade. So that's what they just said the same thing I said. My bad. Florida is proud to lead the way in standing up for children, the governor said of the bills. As the world goes mad, Florida represents a refuge of sanity and a citadel of normalcy. The latest crop of bills signed into law by DeSantis comes as he is widely expected to launch a presidential campaign in the coming weeks. The governor has touted Florida as a blueprint of conservative governance and has made education reform and protecting children a central part of his agenda. Now, a lot of people would say this is why DeSantis needs to run for president. I think this is why DeSantis needs to stay governor myself. DeSantis has said some things that have me concerned about him running a military, especially in regards to international war and some of the interesting developments that have happened on the world stage over the last few years now. I actually don't know what his current position, but these are things he's said in the past. I'm not going to pass judgment. I'm going to wait and see. But honestly, my current opinion is you're doing so fucking amazing as governor. Like, you're not going to be able to do these kind of things as president. At least until Congress has some change of their own. Anyway, you have movement amongst, I would say, rogue elements of the medical establishment to do things that are basically the mutilation of minors, DeSantis said at a press conference where he signed the bills. They're trying to do sex change operations on minors, giving them things like puberty blockers and doing things that are irreversible to them. And that is not based on science. That is not based on evidence. The governor also signed a bill that allows homeschooled and private schooled students to participate in public school sports programs. Hell yeah. Another bill would impose fines and suspend the liquor licenses of hotels and restaurants that allow children to attend drag shows. Damn straight. You shouldn't have a liquor license. I mean, look, I'm a libertarian. I don't like licenses. But if we're going to have licenses, and we're going to have laws keeping minors away from adult activities like drinking whiskey, I mean, that just goes right along with the whole package of state oversight, so to speak. The legislative package earned praise from conservative activists. In a statement following the bill signing, Terry Schilling, the president of American Principles Project, said that the bill signed Wednesday. American Principles Project. I'm going to have to look that up. I've never heard of that before. Said the bill signed Wednesday once again showed Florida as a leading pro-family policy state. All right, so yeah, we have Florida kind of continuing down the same path. I'm going to get rid of a lot of these links that we've already seen here. Okay. Now, here's a news story that I'm not going to have a whole lot to say about because, quite frankly, other than the Johnny Depp stuff earlier, I'm not into celebrity news, and this kind of bullshit right here. In fact, let me make this as big as we could possibly make it. No. Here, let me stretch this window back. All right. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle were in a near catastrophic car chase involving paparazzi in New York on Tuesday night, his spokesperson says. Really, bro? I mean, really, bro? I'm speechless. I'm speechless. How many accidents in the past 20 years have you heard where a celebrity nearly died because they were being chased by paparazzi? It's something. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. And look, the paparazzi, love them or hate them, look, they go too far. I'm not saying they don't go too far. But bro is literally invoking his mom's death to get attention. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but this reeks. This right here reeks of Jussie Smollett. Like, you're literally invoking your mom's death to get attention. You're mocking your fucking dead mother to get attention. This is, oh my God. I cannot imagine. Like, when I speak about my mother, bless her soul, I try to be very fucking careful. You don't do this. You don't fucking do this. Oh. Scumbags. And I wouldn't put it past Meghan. I wouldn't put it past Meghan. They don't get enough attention, do they? We have slammed through so many news stories already today. I mean, look, what haven't we talked about? I literally only have one story left, and I have multiple videos. I don't even know. I haven't looked into them. I was listening a little bit to the Carrie Lake versus Maricopa trial earlier today, but I was working. I was half paying attention, and I really didn't hear a whole lot. Not a lot of it really stuck here. So I've got a couple of videos. We'll react to it in just a minute. But I've literally just slammed out like 7 or 8, maybe even 10 news stories that just, I had like links all over my screen here, and I'm down to just one story left, and we'll address it in a second. But I've literally, my brain has to, like, I've got to give somebody a toast. Somebody say hi to me in the chat. I've noticed about 6 people popping in and out. Cheers to whoever's out there. Nobody's saying hi. Nobody's chatting, but I know you're there. It's all good. Cheers. So what do you do? What do you do when you're trying to outlast the haters? You know, you see someone like Johnny Depp and what he's been through get a standing ovation at Cannes. And then you see all these woke advertisements come out, and you have the state of Florida having these wins. You see the globalists doing what they're going to do. You see Marjorie Taylor Greene throwing some kind of effort out there, but really, what do you do? This is you, this is me. We're on the internet. All we can do is share links, follow each other, talk about this, and raise awareness. Because awareness is the most important thing. I can't tell you how confident leftist activists are in their lies. There was another story I was going to cover before I sat at my computer today. There was a whole other story I was going to cover about some YouTubers, but I hate covering YouTubers. But there was this whole other story. But in it was a message about context, and I should have went ahead and played it because I feel like it's an important lesson. We may play it on the Saturday show. I may go there Saturday. I hate covering YouTubers, but dear Lord, there's a whole side conversation that needs to be had about context and lies, because these people are so confident in their propaganda, so confident in their ability to lie to you, the American consumer, the American newsreader, the American patriot, the American activist, and get you feeling so emotional about how much they're a victim of things. Women wore bikinis in the 80s, so now we have to make it up to women by destroying things, by destroying art and advertisements. Poor victims, models who wore bikinis. Meanwhile, we have the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue coming up where they have, I hear, a whole slew of different cover models, including a transgender, including 81-year-old Martha Stewart, which, hey, Martha's looking fat, man. And I don't mean fat. I don't mean Lizzo fat. I mean, she's looking, she don't look 81, but again, that's probably airbrushed, photoshopped. But Martha's got it going on, man, for an 81-year-old lady. In fact, let me go ahead and bring that up. Let me go ahead and bring that up because I really don't want to spend 20 minutes. Well, I guess we're down to damn 12 minutes. Shit, maybe I shouldn't. But anyway. We may go long because, yeah, I do want to cover this. Oh, shit. Oh, man. I click and it's the Babylon Bee. I click and it is the Babylon Bee with, oh my lord. Okay, so we have to cover this now. The Babylon Bee is, why do you win so much? Babylon Bee, Stacey Abrams graces cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. God, the parody. The parody is just off the fucking charts. Babylon Bee, why? Why do you do this? So here we have Kim Petras, biological male, transgender female, gracing the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit. So that's one version. And then here we have Martha. Here we have Martha. Dude, Martha's got it, man. Look, she's not super skinny, she's not super hot, but for 81, what would you want? Really? For 81 years old, what more could you ask for? I just got a Twitter notification telling me I should subscribe to, give Elon Musk a paid subscription to his Twitter feed. Nope. Okay, so, all right, now it's time to do it. We gotta go to the Kari Lake War Room and talk a little bit about the Maricopa County elections. Now, again, I want to make very clear for Twitter, we are not participating in any theories about any election. We are covering a court case and hearing open arguments in a court of law. I make no claims about the 2022 election of the governor of Arizona. But we'll hear a couple of arguments that were made in open court today.
Maricopa's own log data shows that over 264,000 ballots were reviewed at a rate of less than 3 seconds. 70,000 at a rate of less than 2 seconds. In addition, testimony that the level 2 reviewers were so overwhelmed that they simply didn't look at the signatures that were piling up on their desk. They simply kicked them back for the level 1 reviewers to take another look at. That's not signature review, Your Honor. Maricopa's own law.
Okay, so if you're not familiar with what's going on here, this lawsuit has been going on for a while, and the courts have dismissed a lot of the challenges to this election in Arizona. The argument being made now, the only argument left to be disseminated through a court of law, is the idea that the state didn't follow a proper signature verification test for the voters. And therefore, we don't know who the ballots belong to, allegedly. And allegedly, there may be a lot of improper ballots that overwrote valid votes of valid citizens of Maricopa County, Arizona. Now, the argument that Kari Lake's attorney just made there, and there is way more footage, way more videos. We're running out of time here on the show, but there are a lot more videos where you hear testimony from a whistleblower say the same things he just said. They're talking about how there are 3 levels of signature verification. So you have people in one room looking at signatures and comparing them. And if they see something that they flag as, look, this may be a different signature, this may not be right, Then they set them in a different pile. Those go into level 2. Level 2 then gets them and compares them, and they have their own set of criteria for do these signatures match. If they do not match, then they go to level 3. The argument being made is that level 2 got so busy that there were so many ballots flooding through, tens of thousands, that the software they were using were recording a ballot every 3 seconds per counter or less. And that they were getting so frustrated that they were like, okay, we'll send this level 2 ballots, send them back to level 1, and then we'll see if they come back to level 2. Essentially making level 1 do twice the work and not actually doing their job of verifying the signatures on the ballots. So that's the argument that was being made here. Okay.
Am I allowed to? With the general, I felt more of a kind of not a sense of urgency like we did with the primary. And we worked literally to the very last day, to the very last second.
This is the whistleblower I was telling you about.
Or with the general, we ended on, would have been Tuesday the 14th at noon, they had us go home. Which Wednesday was the last day at 5. So we didn't understand why we were leaving early when there was ballots left in the bins. And we had asked the manager, are you sure that you want us to go home? Would you like us to, keep trying to call these voters to get these ballots cured? And they said no.
Okay, so what she's saying is they had a number of ballots that they couldn't verify the signature. They were trying to contact the voter to come verify that they were their ballot and sign for them, make sure the signatures did match the actual voter by having the voter themselves show up and show ID or whatever and sign. I don't know if it was showing ID was one of the steps. I'm assuming it could have been. And sign proving that the ballot was theirs. That's called curing the ballot. So they were attempting to cure the ballots and went home essentially a day before the deadline with a lot of ballots still left uncured. Were those ballots counted? Again, from this video, I don't know, but who knows? It's important that they get it right, that the audit happens. And if this is part of the audit, and there are like 3 other videos that I could play right now from the Kari Lake War Room Twitter. It's been an interesting case. It's only a 2-day trial, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Let me see if I could find. There was a video I wanted to show you. I had it up. Yeah, here we go. Nope, that ain't it. That's an image. What the fuck? Sorry. Where was the dang video? Yeah, okay, here we go. This is from... Okay, now watch this. This is the signature verification happening in real time. Look, this person's click, 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 click. Each of these is a ballot. Each of these is a verification of a ballot. Now you see the person on the right scrolling up and down because you gotta, at the names at the top, the signatures at the bottom. And this person's scrolling up and down to confirm information. The person on the right is. Person on the left's click, 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 click. again, I don't know how valid that video is. But I don't even know that video is from Maricopa. But that's an example of how you have two people doing the same task, and you have one person, boop, 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 boop. They're just trying to get to the end of the line. And you have another person carefully, calculatingly doing the right thing. And look, I want to be perfectly clear. All of the stories we covered tonight, I'm basing, this is an opinion show. I am getting all of my information from the third-party sources that we've displayed on the screen and forming an opinion based on what has been reported by others. I want to make that very clear. This is an opinion show. This is an entertainment show. I cover the news, but I cover it from an opinion and entertaining standpoint, because who else? Who else is going to give you the news while sloshed up on half a glass of whiskey? You do that right here on Miles Culture Plate, folks. So again, I want to remind everyone, my next week's show will not be here on YouTube. I stand firmly with Steven Crowder and with Alex Jones. Fuck it. Why not? That doesn't mean I agree with everything Alex Jones and Steven Crowder have ever said in their lives. But I do believe in our right as an audience to be able to view whatever misinformation we might have a chance to run across. And damn it, YouTube, why did you have to go and suck so bad? And yeah, so be on the lookout. This Sunday, Monday, I'm going to be chopping up some of my last 3 shows into shorter clips so that I can put some spicy rants up as YouTube shorts, and this will become my shorts channel. This will be my short form content channel. I may do a couple of random rant videos every once in a while on this channel, but I won't be doing any live streaming. All that will be exclusively on Rumble. That's Saturdays 4 p.m. and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on Miles Culture. Well, not right here on Miles Culture Plate, but at Miles Culture Plate over on Rumble. The link is down in the description of this video. And for more information or for reminders, you can sign up also. You can follow me on Twitter. You could follow me on Facebook. Those links are also down in the description. And I do try to keep those updated with my show links before I go live, so you could follow me anytime. And plus, right now, one of the things I love the most about Rumble is their username /live feature, where I give the URL that's down in the description, and it automatically goes to the last video, to the last live stream. And if I'm about to go live, that link will go to the next live stream. And if I am live, it's the current live stream. So it's like, it's this amazing, like, catch-all link to get the most current relevant show on the channel. I love that feature. And that's something you don't have here on YouTube. Every YouTube video is a different link. There's not a special place to just go. All right, folks. It's about that time. Oh, I guess that's another news story. Newsmax beat CNN a couple days this week in ratings. It's getting crazy. And again, you got to follow alternatives. And look, even me, Even me. Follow an alternative to me. Get someone who's saying different shit than me. Also, someone with low follower counts like me. Go find some random channel, even if it's like I'm following some people who are giving like tips of Las Vegas. Just go find somewhere in your hobby somebody who, whatever hobby you have, find somebody who has no followers but has an interesting take on your hobby and follow them. Because it's only through making the small creators bigger do we show the bigger creators what they can really be. Anyway, buck the trend. Buck the trend. Buck YouTube. Let's get this alt tech thing launched. I'll catch you next time here on Miles Culture Plate. Go ahead and swig the rest of this here whiskey. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Cheers. Catch you next time. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Don't get any on you. And if you do, rub that shit in real good. Catch you next time here on Miles Culture Plate. Take care. Peace.